Hi guys, so today we're having a look at the face products, or some of the face products from the new Revolution brand, XX or 20, I don't know. I bought so much from this line. Believe it or not, I bought so much but also didn't buy so much. It's a huge, huge release. So let's have a look. So I did buy the foundation. There was two foundations in this range. There was a glow and a matte formula. No prizes for guessing which one I bought. So there's 55 shades, which is, I think, bigger than even Revolution's ever done. It is £15 for 27 millilitres. I also bought the matching concealer, which is £10 for however much is in there. I'm going to put more information down below because there's just way too much to talk about. It's crazy. So they brought out about 1 million primers. Like, I'd love to be kidding you, right? But like, what did I hit? Right. Cloud Complexion Primer, Hydra Quench Balm Primer, H2 Glow Balm Primer, Hydra Fix Hydrating Primer, Quick Fix Mattifying Primer, which is this guy, it's £12 for 30 mils. Glow Fix Brightening Primer, Pore Fix Detoxing Primer, Face Fix Moisturising Primer. Like, it's absolutely mental. They just brought out so many primers. I just don't know, like, how to stress this enough to you guys. Like, they just kept going with the primers. It was a bit crazy. Anyway, I didn't buy a powder because I just have, oh, there's another one. Revolution Second Skin Complexion Primer Cream, Face Freeze Balm Primer. So, yeah. But didn't buy a powder. There are powders, I just didn't. I've got way too many. I did buy one of the blushers, which is £8. It's the shade Abundance, and it's in this cute pink packaging. And this was not the colour I was expecting. I'm just going to see if I can get a swatch of this kind of online to show you. So, pest of a phone. I'm sure there was a swatch photo. There we go. There's my swatch photo that I was looking for. If my internet will load it. So how much product do you get in this? 3.2 grams. Okay, this just doesn't want to load that photo for us. Okay, I'll link the page where you can look at it. So last but not least, on the face front, I got a highlighter. Because who are Revolution if they aren't bringing out highlighters? I mean, really. So this is the Exposure Highlighter Powder in the shade Reactive. I think I said that. So it's £12 and you get 15 grams. So it is a big highlighter, but they usually, yeah, look how messy my filming area is. So this was the kind of lightest, brightest looking one that I could see. There were quite a lot of shades, considering, you know, it's just a highlighter. You know, Disclosure, Radiation, Echo, Strike, Golden Hour, Strobe, Focus, Reactive, Radio Wave, Frequency, Nimbus, Fuse Box. So they've definitely done a lot of work on like extending their shade range for different skin tones, which is pretty cool. And yeah, one thing I'll say about this collection, I've already said it in the section I filmed about the eye makeup. I think both of them are going to go up on the same day, or maybe not, who knows. The packaging isn't consistent. Does this kind of not bug anybody else, but does anybody else think this just looks kind of unprofessional? Like, I kind of get what they were going for. Like, the primer's white because it's kind of like a non-colour product. I went black with the foundation because can't go wrong with a bit of black. The coloured duochrome stuff they put in the bright purple, and then like the other skin products I've just put in the pink boxes. But I don't know, I just feel like it looks better when things match across a range. It makes them look like a range. But anyway, I done my makeup using these products today, and we're going to wear test them throughout the day, see how they hold up, and I will obviously be back with thoughts as the day goes on. Okay, so I've already done my moisturiser. I'm going to grab the primer, which is confusing me because on the packet it says Instant Retouch Universal Tone. I was like, wait, what? But then it definitely says, for a perfect matte base, hold makeup in place. So we'll see. Oh, it's got a snazzy pump. Right, so yeah, so that's fairly standard colour. It's a little bit runnier than I was expecting it to be for a mattifying base. It says it's got clay and things in it. We're not getting any more product. There we go. So we'll see. God, that does look foundation coloured for me. There is a scent to it, but it's got witch hazel in it, so that's quite a strong scented ingredient anyway. But it just like smells really fresh. Like the product overall smells really fresh. Now that I'm rubbing it in, it is feeling a bit more like a primer. Like it's drying down, and my skin feels, I don't want to say sticky, but you know that way where it feels like there's a bit of grip for the foundation to stick to. Please come out, yeah. Ooh, the pump's working properly now. Sometimes they just take a couple of goes. So I like the applicator, that's cool. Like, I like the pump bottle. So next we have the foundation, which I believe is meant to be their kind of copy of Double Wear. I've never tried Double Wear, so who knows. I've got my little palette, so let's hope this pump works faster than the other one. I had fun trying to choose shades online, and then I decided that I was just going to do it the lazy way, and I was just going to buy the exact same shade that I buy whenever I buy a Revolution foundation and hope that that would work. So I've got the shade 1, and let's see. Yeah, that looks the same as it does in all their other ones. Right. I've got a little like spot or cyst that keeps breaking out beside this piercing, and it just drives me up the wall. Okay, cover, looking pretty good. It is blending. It's maybe a little bit more pink toned than the other, one shade foundations I've had from them. I need to take them side by side, but it is doesn't look quite as good a match as my foundations from them and concealers from them normally do. So that's a bit of a bummer. Sorry, had lip balm on. Even though I couldn't get any of the lip products to try. But still, we'll need to put something on my lips at some point. Okay. So, I mean, it's definitely full coverage. It's definitely a matte finish, kind of on its own. So that's interesting. I didn't buy any of the powders from this range. I just have way too much powder going on, and I had to draw the line and cut myself off somewhere. So, okay. I almost don't feel like I need the concealer, but we need to review it. So yeah, I bought the matching concealer, again, shade 1. Whoops. And that was quite hard to open there. Yeah, oh my god, my face looks so freaky just now because everything's so pale after bleaching my eyebrows. Okay, oh, okay. It's like it has a shoe on, look. That's so weird. That's why it was so hard to get out though. Okay. I feel like I'm ironing my face. That looks more the colour I expected from the foundation. Okay, that's awkward. It jams every time you pop it in there. I'm just being extra picky because, like I said, that foundation was really full coverage. I need to put the concealer somewhere to test it. Right. So I didn't go with an under eye corrector today because it does say on the concealer that it brightens, and also, my god, that foundation was way more full coverage than I expected. So don't think I actually need a corrector. And oh, was I right? Like, you can barely see anything. You can see like the shape, because there is a line where my kind of under eye bags end, under eye shadows, but the colour, no, nobody's home. Like, it's kind of weird. Kind of weird to see myself like that. So. I'm just trying to run this over my brows a bit as well, just to try and tone down the yellow that's going on there. Right, so I just need to set this, like I said, didn't buy any more powder because I have way too much. So I just grabbed the RCME powder. I like it, and it's got like no colour, so it's definitely not going to affect the foundation. So I love the Peach Perfect powder, but I mean, I think it's got a tiny bit of a tint to it. So now that I have this, I think this is what I should be reaching for when I'm testing foundations. That looks so nice set down. Oh, I mean, I need to grab a mirror because I'm running out of hands. But in, like, you know, in the monitor on the camera, it looks beautiful. Oh man, it's been ages since I've been up this early, never mind up this early and trying to actually talk. I look so freaky with the eyebrows, I regret bleaching them. But I'll see what happens when I get them filled in. Okay, yeah, that is beautiful. Okay, so there wasn't any contour products, so I'm just cheating with that, using a non-Revolution product. Just usual Body Shop eyeshadow, which I was just thinking, oh my god, I need to buy a replacement for this, and they've stopped it. It's not there anymore. Which is gutting, because like I'm in a few groups on Facebook with makeup people, and there's been people being like, I need a good contour for fair skin tone. I'm like, oh, Brooklyn eyeshadow from the Body Shop. Brooklyn eyeshadow from the Body Shop. And then when I went to look at the website, it wasn't there anymore. It's like, whoops. Whoops, the daisies. Just keep recommending something that isn't there. So I did buy a blush from this line, although I will say I did not do a good job choosing a shade because it does not look how it looked online. But that's the fun of buying makeup online, isn't it? So I got the shade Abundance. I don't know what, can't remember what I was expecting from online, but I've bought an orange bronzer. Let's see, maybe it'll go on beautiful. Maybe I should just stop being cynical and be nice. So it's all embossed with the XX. Oh, this looks so orange on my brush. I don't have an orange blusher, so at least, you know, I've not just bought a crazy double in my collection. Okay, I mean, let's focus on the formula and the consistency and stuff, okay? It's going on really nice. It is nice and pigmented, but not like so pigmented that you can't work with it. Just a very strange shade choice for me. Whoops. Whoa. Okay, yeah, see? Pigmented, like crazy. Where's my powder brush? Help, help. An accident in the blusher factory. Okay, on and blended out, it's actually really pretty. So I take back my you know, saying I've made a bad choice. But the packaging on this is just really cute as well. Like I don't think it's going to show on camera, but it is kind of lightly like holographic-y. You can slightly catch it on the corner there. Not just on the label, but the actual packaging itself's got a bit of it. So, I also bought a highlighter because, you know, poor Revolution if they're not bringing out highlighters, you know. I'm wondering how similar to some of their other ones that I've got already it's going to look, but we'll see. So the shade is Reactive, and again, it's in the pink kind of hollowy, it's easier to see on that one. Pink hollowy packaging, and okay, this is super pretty. Look at that. Like, where's my highlight brush? I literally just have a giant box where I put aside everything I was going to be using this morning. I got organised. Okay. So things you're learning about me this morning, when I normally wake up and that I need to set 2 alarms because I always ignore them. This is looking a little bit pink and very, very soft, so proceed with caution, tapping your brush in there, and don't know how I feel about this. It's kind of chunky. Can you guys see this? I don't know, it just looks kind of chunky, gappy, so rather than like a consistent highlight, yeah, because when somewhere catches the light, the whole bit catches the light, not just random dots within it. I mean, I'm trying to buff it and it's a little bit better. I think I've definitely had nicer, easier to work with highlights from Revolution. Buffed in, yeah, it's pretty, I can live with it, but I prefer something a bit smoother, because it's weird, it's like my face is catching the light, but there's bits and pieces along there that aren't, which doesn't really kind of add up. So I'm going to go and finish my eye makeup and stuff, but for anybody that wants to do the wear test for the face makeup from here, it is 7:45, so I will see you in a bit. And yeah, I mean, I do love how it's looking, so fingers crossed it will wear really well. Okay, so I wasn't expecting to be back quite this early, 8:10. I was just finishing up everything else, finishing up my eye makeup, finishing up the intros for these videos, and ignore the piercing, it's very unhappy this week. But look, I've got a little bit of a kind of crease situation going on with the foundation around my mouth already. And we're getting that weird pore gap situation that we got with the CC cream again. So that's quite sad, because I liked how this foundation looked and I really wanted it to like last all day. I'm gonna see if I can... Oh, I just made the beard effect worse. I think I almost just like pushed a ton of product into my pores there and now it looks worse. That does not want to fix. Okay, Getting the concealer back out. Iron her chin. Iron all those holes out. And I know I shouldn't really be touching up my makeup this early on, but I just... It's too early in the day to look wrong already. I'm just realising that's got the same kind of fresh scent as the primer did. Okay, so we're smooth again. However long that's going to last for. I mean, I've not smoothed out the creasing bit, but the weird beard stubble effect I have. So yeah, this time I am just going to go about my day because I don't have time to sit and correct my makeup every 20 minutes. But yeah, hopefully this will now last, and I will see you guys in a bit. Right, back for a little check-in. It is 25 to 1 just now, and I'm a bit gutted because the chin has went that funny way again. See, it's got little dots. Don't know what it is, because that's 2 foundations in a row that I've tried from Revolution that have done that, but it really is only on my chin this time. So I'm going to have to try it with a different primer and try the foundation with a different primer and the primer with a different foundation and try and narrow down which one's the problem, although last time neither of them worked particularly well. I'm kind of gutted because the rest of the face looks really, really nice. A little bit less oil control on my nose than I would like. Definitely need to blot that down. But coverage wise, pretty darn good, apart from a tiny bit on the chin. I don't know what the problem is with the chin area. Blusher is looking really nice, and highlighter, it's still there. It's still the same issue where it's not as kind of smooth as I would like, where it's like, is it or isn't it catching the light? It's like, it's either catching the light and all of it's catching the light, or nothing, you know, and this is somewhere in between, which I think is a bit weird. So I'll be back with further check-ins. See you in a bit. Okay, so back for a bit of a check-in. It's been a bit of a bigger gap this time. So it is now, 20 past 7. So, we're a bit shiny. We're more than a bit shiny. We're almost reflective. I'm going to zoom you in. Our stubble is still very firmly there. It's grown since this morning. And look at that oil. Look how shiny. How shiny, shiny. Like, it's not good, is it? I mean, the forehead has got to the, you know, oops, I've touched it, so it's, you know, moved out of the way stage, which is just not good. The blusher is still going strong. The highlight, I think it's still there. It's hard to tell with the amount of shine from just my skin. So I'm going to try and powder this down a little bit. I honestly don't even know how well this is going to powder down. But screw it. What have we got to lose by trying? So let's try to do this as lightly as possible so I'm not disrupting what's going on underneath. Because I mean, I will say, okay, that still wasn't even enough to actually deal with that. And I feel like the cover's now lifted slightly on my nose as well. Grr. That's frustrating. But yeah, look at that texture in there now that I've tried to touch it up. That's... I don't think I'd want to go out with that. Make a shine here. Okay. I mean, I'm going to continue wearing it to see what happens because most of the coverage is still there. I am going to have to try that primer with a different foundation and that foundation with a different primer before I'm going to like make a final call on it, because it is 2 new products, so it could just be that one of them particularly doesn't work for me rather than both are bad. So we will wait and see. Okay, so it's just after midnight. I wanted to do a final check-in for the foundation and primer. I have to say, the concealer I haven't really commented on throughout the day, but my under eye still looks really, really good. So that side of things is great. Foundation, I had a bit of a runny nose earlier, so ignore that bit. We've gone shiny again, and it's gathered in this little area, which is my kind of, if the foundation's going to gather, it's going to gather there on me. So, yeah. I am, like I said, going to try this again with, you know, half a different primer with that foundation and half that primer with a different foundation to see if it's one or other or both that is a problem. So I will see you when I have my half and half face going on. Right, so I'm back, and today I mixed things up. So we have got, I'm going to get this the right way round, the XX primer and the XX foundation, and the matte base foundation and the matte in the black tube primer. So this has been on for about 6 hours at this point, and let's have a good look. So the oil's still breaking through, but it's not as bad as yesterday, and I've not really got the same stubble effect, so possibly it was neither product then, they just don't seem to play well together, which is interesting. I still use the concealer today because I'd really liked that, so yeah, that's kind of a relief, to be honest with you, because I didn't really want to have spent that much money on products and things and then be like, oh my god, they're all bad. So out of the face products, I like the primer. It smells nice, it feels nice, it does as good a job as my other primers. I have insanely oily skin, so this to me is a good day. The foundation, as long as you don't use it with that primer, it's nice and pigmented. I will say that having looked at them side by side, they go on looking okay, but I think the colours are slightly different to the normal ones. So perhaps if you're looking to buy some of the XX foundation, definitely give it a play and a swatch if you're buying it in store, because I don't think the colours are exactly the same as the previous foundation ranges. The blusher, yep, like it, great, used it again today. The highlighter, I gave it another shot today. I tried to make sure I was using the same bit of the pan, which is really pedantic, but I wanted to see whether it was maybe a glitter overspray that was causing that kind of weird chunkiness with gaps that I had yesterday. It's the same. It just doesn't look quite as smooth as I want a highlighter to be, because obviously the bits that aren't catching the light then just look kind of sunk down, and then it just kind of looks like you've got way more texture going on than you do, and that's not a flattering look. So overall, most of the face products I think are great. If you have a problem with one of them, mix up what primer you're using, or if it's a problem, the primer you think you're having a problem with, try it with a different foundation. So overall, pretty good. Just one product in the face category that I'm like, nah, not feeling the highlighter. If you've got any questions, or if you've tried these products and you have your own opinions, leave them down below and I will get back to you. I am going to go and quickly get this video edited and uploaded so that I can share these opinions with you guys.